Greetings, fellow Watford fans. Omar here with the Orns Friday Focus on Wigan versus Watford. That takes place this weekend up in Lancashire, where Watford travel to the Latics to take on Wigan, a team who are in the bottom six or so in the Championship, almost at Premier League. Wigan used to be in the Premier League, like Watford a few seasons back, but they're both in the Championship these days, and Wigan will be a test for Watford. Don't let their position in the championship table deceive you. They are an outfit capable of turning over Watford, and Watford's inconsistency would lend further credence to that. Wigan are a competitive side. They typically like to play a 3-5-2, and they can be quite direct and central. They like long balls, and they also like balls on the floor. They do play with pace, and they've got some very dangerous players. Josh McGuinness coming off the bench for them, the veteran striker, who can be quite lively and dangerous. He's not the only player who poses a threat. There are a number of Wigan players who do. And that 3-5-2, I think, is designed to narrow the pitch and try to boss the midfield. They have three really in the heart of that midfield, and they do anchor things down. Watford are going to have to find ways to penetrate that with their play. Now, they will or should have back Hamza Chowdhury, we hope. There will be an absent striker in Keenan Davis. He is going to be out for at least a few more days with what is a muscle injury on or near his hip. We hope that he comes back soon, but it probably will be a few more days for Keenan Davis. There are other players, though, who are coming back into the fold soon, but expect the Watford starting lineup to include Vakun Bio up top for the Hornets in what will be Slaven Bilic's familiar formation, where he does have the lone striker up top, supplemented just behind by the three going forward, Sar, Sema, and João Pedro, all of whom will feature. I certainly expect that. The back will be a different story. Cathcart may or may not be available. It's possible he may play in the game against Wigan tomorrow. And there are a number of other variables. Courtney House will not be able to play in this game. He's still not quite back yet. Tom Cleverley is out long term, and he might be out for a good portion now of this season since he injured himself in late August, actually in mid-August against Burnley. He has not been back on the pitch since for Watford, and he's expected to be out for a long term, having now had an operation to deal with a troublesome Achilles injury that he has had now. So he's going to be gone for a significant period of time. And that is a blow for Watford, as was the blow, of course, to Imran Loser just a few days ago. But Watford have to deal with who they do have on the pitch. And I think Watford will have to do what they did, obviously, against Luton last week, or back on Sunday, which is to come out with an intent, come out with a mentality that is about winning, is about creating goal scoring opportunities. They've got to be busy in the first 15 minutes of this game, Watford, to start to set the agenda and set out the tempo of this match. Dictate the terms on which this match is played. And the best way to do that, going to the DW Stadium, which I think is where Wigan play, is to start out with a really strong purpose and intent. Establish yourself on the pitch. Dictate the terms of how this match is going to be played. That means from the first 10 to 15 minutes of this match, Watford have to start getting at Wigan. Do not make any mistake about what this match is. This could easily be the kind of trap game for Watford, coming back off such an emotional high of destroying your near neighbors and your hated rivals, Luton Town, to going into a game against a team that's very low in the championship table and taking them for granted. Watford's biggest problem tomorrow could be complacency, and Watford cannot afford to be complacent tomorrow against a Wigan side that I think will be well up for this game. I think Wigan will see Watford as a team with a target on its back, a team that has just been in the Premier League and has come into the Championship now. And certainly every team in this division are going to be gunning for those teams that were relegated from the Premier League last season. And Wigan certainly will be gunning for Watford. So my particular advice for Watford players tomorrow would be do not take Wigan for granted. Come out, show Wigan no respect at all, because Wigan are not going to show Watford any respect tomorrow. So Watford have to come out right from the start, not show Wigan any kind of respect whatsoever. Do not play passively. I think that's one of the biggest things for Watford. In the games that they've lost or struggled in, they have played very passively. They have sat back and allowed their opposition to dictate the agenda. It is very important in this game that Watford do not do that. It's very important in this game tomorrow against Wigan that Watford come out fired up, storming, and score and creating goal scoring opportunities. They may not score perhaps in the first couple of minutes, or they may, Watford, but what Watford have to do is be busy creating goal scoring opportunities in the last third of the pitch. And if they can do that, they will have one of those opportunities converted. I think Watford have to stay hungry. Watford have to stop this inconsistency. And the way to do that is to come out and dictate the game, dictate the terms. You're the away side. Be brave. I want Watford to be brave tomorrow. I think Watford can be brave tomorrow, but they have to have the confidence to be brave enough, and they have to be fearless. Have no fear. Go forth in this game. Fortune favors the bold. And what Watford must do tomorrow is be just that, bold. If they are, I think they'll get 3 points against Wigan. This has been the Orns Friday Focus.